Hi. This is to Emma Watson. Hi, Emma. Hi, sweetie. You're so adorable. You're so adorable. And now you're the belle of the ball. You know something? I just turned on my air conditioner, bell. So I think you watched the video I made to Selena. I'm fairly certain you did. And you probably don't like smoking people, huh? I'd like to quit. I don't think you approve of smoking cigarettes. You don't like that, do you? Nah, I don't believe you do. Well, like I said, there's certain videos and certain stuff that can trigger, programming. Obviously, I've been programmed. I told you that. So some of the videos that are being posted now are triggering some of my programming. You know. Oops. And so far, it's been a good thing. I come across some that my intuition and my psychic ability tells me, no, don't even watch that. No, don't look at it. But sometimes I just throw caution to the wind and I still look at them, Just like not too long ago, I posted some like bad spells, like curses or on my page, and when I posted, I said, this is not good to post this. So I posted anyways, and then a couple of days later, I said, you know what, I'm taking that shit off. But someone kept telling me, take it off, Mama, take it off, because other people look at it and they get affected by it. You know what I'm saying? So I said, that's not right. So I took it off. There's curses that you can look at and they'll affect you subconsciously, whether you understand the curse or what it is or whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah. But anyways, Emma, I want to talk to you. Obviously, really no way I can talk to you without people. We're always being observed because we're in a video game, so there's no secrets and there's no way we can hide from the Three Kings. So. I'm gonna make a video to talk directly to them too. Because there's no sense of looking on YouTube because Zuckerberg. You know what Zuckerberg's whole reason for existence is? To make me as miserable as possible. He wakes up every day and he goes to work at Google. Or whoever runs Google, I think it's Zuckerberg. Whoever is a big shot over there. Their whole reason for existence, Emma, is to make me as miserable as possible. That's their whole reason for existence. They hire people to create scorch videos to scorch the shit out of me. Okay? And they go through the feed. Obviously, he has control over my feed, obviously. So he doesn't let anybody post any videos to show me support. None whatsoever. He only allows videos to go on my feed that are just the usual political rhetoric, programming, whatever. And some war stuff he allows on there. He allows me to look at the war shit. But I know a lot of war shit is staged productions too. Like we know the ISIS had this shit where they pretend to cut people's heads off and all that. So some of it I know because they're shooting. There's nobody there. They're just shooting at shit, just shooting at nothing, or they're blowing up fucking targets that are there. just to make it look like there's a war, but there's really no war. But there is a war over there, of course. There's a lot of horrible shit going on. But Emma, I'm trying to stay focused on you, and so Emma, you must be aware of the blue king, queen and the white queen and the green queen and all that queen stuff. I believe that is some wisdom there as far as getting a total understanding of the whole puppet master structure of everything. Of course, I'm not gonna. I looked at it and I read some of it. Well, like I said, so some things have been triggered, and basically, you're all my kids. You're all my daughters. All the people and all the women, they're all my daughters, I believe. Because we know that the gang stalker people raped me a bunch of times. And they come in my apartment and they would hypnotize me while I'm sleeping, then rape me, and then, who knows what they did with my... Alright, check this out, Emma. So one of the gang stalker people could come and rape me while I'm sleeping, hypnotize me, so I don't, and then rape me. And then what? Well, they could have a daughter, and they could do whatever. They could take this daughter, this child, and place it with whatever family they wanted to. We know that even my family is a jumbled bunch of, like my brother and sister, not really my brother and sister, and all this other stuff. So, when you can hypnotize someone, you can orchestrate all types of shit, They could even, let's say who you think your parents are, Emma, might not actually be your parents, This could happen to anybody. I'm not saying it's true, but it's possible, They could, or one of these women could have raped me and then got pregnant, and then, let's use you for example, had you, and she's really your mother, but that's my seed, you understand? And so your father is not really your father, I'm your father, you understand? So this is a whole puppet master giant production, you understand? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's pretty cool that you're all my kids, however it happened, And then we know that there's pods, they call them pods, like there's towns in America that are like breeding grounds for stars, and their destiny is from day one they're going to be a movie star, or they're going to be a singer, or they're going to be whatever. So their whole destiny is planned out even before they're born, Puppet master people, they orchestrate all this, And I'll say again that when I get to Hollywood, I'm going to do whatever she was telling me to do, because I'm reaching out for help, and there's no sense in me, causing a problem for someone that's trying to help me, And the story of Scarlett Johansson, the movie she's in, they didn't save your life, they stole it, That's kind of part of what it is too, So all the orders for any military campaign or anything that has to do with basically America or probably all over the world, all these orders originate from the Three Kings. The Three Kings orchestrate shit, and they, have puppet master people that carry out their giant, all the world's stage production. You understand? Now, what's gonna happen when I get to Hollywood? Well, first of all, I'm gonna do whatever they tell me to do. The people, whatever they tell me to do, yep. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm gonna do. Because I don't feel right that whatever suffering you stars undergo, it's not right that I'm not standing by you and undergoing the same suffering you undergo. I don't feel comfortable that you're going through something that I'm not. Obviously I've been through a lot, yeah, and but still, so I'm gonna stand. I want to stand by you, and whatever suffering you undergo, whatever you guys gotta do, then I'm gonna do too. I say the story of Jesus. Jesus said, "Well, it's I have to die on the cross." And I couldn't understand why would someone say I have to die on a cross. Why? Not necessarily that he died on the cross or that he even existed, but obviously all myths rooted in truth. So yeah, it's based on truth. There's truth there. Can never discount half truth because there's truth to be found there. So. Why did Jesus have to die on the cross? Why? It's the same thing why I have to go to Hollywood and undergo whatever sufferings you're undergoing, because if I don't, then I'm a coward and I'm hiding, or I'm, what kind of father would not be willing to undergo the sufferings of his children? And you're all my children. That means I have to undergo the same sufferings you're undergoing. Alright? So no one's going to say after, well, yeah, Satan, he's a coward and he hit out and he wasn't willing to undergo the same sufferings we undergo. So no one's going to say that after. You understand? Whatever I have to do, obviously, I've been raped a whole bunch of times by men and women. So I already been raped and taken advantage of and molested as a child and every fucking thing else. So I've already undergone all that shit, but, it's by different people, not Hollywood people, just the gangster people, whoever abused me along the way. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we know that. I'm not trying to, talk bad about Hollywood people. I've already talked bad about them enough, And like I said, I don't have all the answers, and some of the shit that I said might, there's all kinds of people on YouTube trying to villainize Hollywood people. Like they're the most horrible monsters in the world, and I want to give them their first shake and say, well, what are you gonna do to me? I mean, well, obviously there's homosexual people there, and if you go by what a lot of the rappers said and said, yeah, we have to undergo some abuse, and so I mean, whatever I gotta undergo, I'm not looking forward to it, but if that's part of the deal, then that's gonna be part of the deal. Like this thing they posted on YouTube this morning where the guy's holding the phone, he's standing there in his underwear and everything. I mean, you can just imagine what that message is there. I just want to be with you. I don't want to be a movie star. I don't want to be a rock star. I just want to be with you, girls. And the guys too, of course. I just want to be with you all. I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to be a movie star or a rock star. I'm not interested in that. I just want to be with you. That's it. Just want to be with you, and not only that. Okay, so let's go back to what I said, Emma. What does raise the bar mean? Where did this come from? This is what I believe it means. Like I've already explained, what gives me the leverage to, what gives me my authority? Not because of my bloodline or whatever, because I am Saturn Crown Prince Helen, okay? That too, but still. What gives my authority? Because I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I'm beginning to end. I'm the doorway of salvation. So that's what gives my authority. Really, you know. So what does that give me? It gives me leverage. All right. Now, like I said, what's going to happen? Well, I'm asking the obviously Hollywood executive people for help. You know, reaching out. And I said horrible things about Jewish people, so a lot of them are pissed off. You know, plus they know I was Adolf Hitler, so a lot of them, you know, they don't really want to help me because of that. You know, what can I say? I humble myself, and then I also say that all Jewish people have been abused, you've been taken advantage of, and you've been betrayed. If you're a Jewish person, you've been abused, you've been taken advantage of, and you've been betrayed. Okay. So now, not only do I support Hebrew people because I know they're Gentiles now, I'm going to support every single person, Khazar or Hebrew. Understand? Everybody's under threat. Everyone's on a need-to-know basis, and all orders originate from the three kings. So any kind of suffering that's brought upon one Khazar person brings on upon another Khazar person or a Hebrew person, it's because they're under threat to do so. Same thing with all politicians. All Gentile families have been made to be scapegoats. Clinton's a perfect example. Remember the post I made about the King's Stone, why they changed the picture and all that? All Gentile families, like the Clintons, have been made to be scapegoats. Now they're disgraced because they've been utilized and abused, and now they're left for dead and turned into these huge villains. Like George Soros too. Whatever George Soros does is because he's under threat to do it. You understand? All these people are under threat to do it. Bush people, I've tried not to scorch these people. The Bush people and Clinton people and Obama and all these people that the whole world villainizes and says they're the worst people, the most horrible people in the world. Whatever they do is because they're forced to do it. Because they're under threat to do it by the three kings. Tell them to do it. And that same thing goes for Hollywood. Whatever kind of program or distraction they provide for the people, it's because they're under threat to do it. You understand? So, So as I'm the door to salvation, I'm the one who raises the bar. What am I? The leverage. I'm like a bar. Like, let's say you're digging a outside drainage line in the backyard. Well, there's a boulder there. So what do you got to do? Well, you got to get out the big bar and fucking get underneath it and lift that boulder up and try to get it out of the trench so you can continue on with your job. Okay, so that's what I have to do. I'm the bar. I'm the one who raises the bar. I'm the one with the leverage. Obviously, I'm the town bum. I don't have $1 to my name, of course. But not really, So when I get to Hollywood, all the people that are willing to stick their neck out for me, and let's say you're a Hollywood executive person, and you're looking at me, and let's say you're a Jewish Hollywood executive person. First of all, you're like, well, I know this guy was Adolf Hitler, and he said all kinds of horrible things about Jews, so first off, I really don't like him to begin with because all the horrible things he said. But now, he realized that Hebrews are Gentiles, and he realized that all of us have been abused and taken advantage of and betrayed. And he said that he's going to support us, and he's going to come here. He's going to sit down. We're going to have to stick our necks out. Okay, you're a Hollywood executive. You're doing the footwork for me. Obviously, you're going to have to put clothes on my back and everything because I don't have anything, of course. Provide me with bodyguards, whatever. But besides that, you're the ones who are going to have to reach out to who's ever taken the messages back and forth between the three kings and whoever else. Okay, I don't know who these people are, and I probably will never know who these people are. But you know that you have some way to contact these people if you're a Hollywood executive. Because that's where the high orders of the whole world come from, these people. All right? So what are you going to do? Well, let's pretend I'm a Hollywood executive person. Okay, I'm Joe, Hollywood executive person, I'm Jewish. And I got billions and billions of dollars, and I'm pretty powerful, and I have a good place here in Hollywood, and I have a lot of power, and yes, I have ability to send a message at least to someone who's going to get this message to Three King people. All right, now, what am I saying? I'm saying, well, I'm looking at Satan. Okay, well, Satan is revealing all the huge giant secrets that nobody's supposed to know. Okay, so what is the reason that Satan is doing this? He's doing it because he wants us to come get him. And he's trying anything to get us to come get him. Even if he has to piss us off to come get him, and we get so furious that, he's revealing all this shit and we don't want him to, that we'll have to go get him. Okay? Anything I can think of, okay? I tried scorching you people. I've tried revealing secrets. I've tried to reach out to you so much, I try to reason with you, I try to fucking get you to feel sorry for me. Everything. I mean, there's nothing I haven't tried to get you to come get me. I told you, as soon as you come get me, I'm gonna shut up. I'll never say another word about nothing, and my mouth will be closed from then on. I don't know. Well, I don't know shit. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Whatever I said, and then you just take that information into account and just, run with that, whatever. But I'm not going to be making videos revealing any more secrets. I've already revealed basically everything. So there's no need for me to do that. And on top of that, I'm going to sit down with the Hollywood executives and we're going to run through my page, and some of the shit I'm going to remove. I'm going to take it off because the information is too, it's just, some of the information does not necessarily need to be revealed to the public. All right, so I'm Mr. Hollywood executive person. I'm looking at Satan and say, well, obviously he's not just going to go away. Okay, he's revealing all this shit because he wants us to come get him so bad. He's trying everything to get us to come get him. He's not revealing it to try to fucking make us look bad or try to hurt us or try to desecrate our character or anything like that. He's doing it because he wants us to come get him. Okay, so I know that now. Now, what do I have to do? I say, well, we have to reach out to the Three King people and tell them, listen, Three King people, Satan has fucking got all of the fucking Hollywood in an uproar. Okay, you got all the high level, people are getting fucking pissed off because he's revealing all this shit that nobody's supposed to know. And we need your permission to go get him and allow him to come to Hollywood and take his place on the world stage or whatever. And then eventually they're probably going to bring me to Washington too, I imagine. Whatever they're ready. When they come to me and say about it, come on, let's go to Washington, and we'll go. Until then, I'll sit my ass right in Hollywood. Whether I'm going to be down south or in an underground city or wherever, that's up to them. Whatever they want to do with me, I don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah, so if you're a Hollywood executive person, I need you to do the footwork and reach out to the Three King people and say, listen, this guy is fucking causing a lot of fucking trouble. He's causing a lot of problems. Say, please let us go get him. Please let him come to Hollywood. He says he's going to come here. He's going to do whatever we tell him to do. He's going to shut his mouth. He's not going to say nothing about nothing no more. And he's only going to, do whatever we tell him to do, basically. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's the footwork you have to do, executive people. That you have to reach out to these, people. So go to him and say, he's causing a fucking lot of problems. You gotta let us go get this guy so we can get him to shut his mouth. Stop blabbering his big mouth. So then they say, okay, you know what? Go get the motherfucker. Go get him. Bring him to Hollywood. Put him in an underground city, safe place, whatever. Whatever you're gonna do with me. Or let me stay with the Kardashians or whoever. Get him bodyguards. Get him some clothes. Whatever else is gonna happen. Obviously they're gonna clone me, I believe. So that's gonna be part of the deal too, or whatever. Because I'm dying. I need a new body. I'm fucking dying over here. You understand? Plus, I want to look good, I don't look good. I don't believe I could look better. So that's the footwork. Once the big executive people sit down next week, hopefully next week, to sit down and, not just CAA. I mean, they all are going to probably get together and talk. What are we going to do about this same guy? He basically apologized for the thing he said about Jewish people because the statements were unlearned and ignorant, and he didn't realize the truth. And now he sees the truth that we all been fucked over and betrayed and abused and taken advantage of. So he's willing to represent us, and he's willing to stand up for us too. So that's what it is, Emma. They gotta get permission from these people for me to come there. That's what I see. Obviously I don't have all the answers, but that's what I can see. Now, as far as the thing goes that you're all my children, which I also believe you're all my children. One way or another, you're my seed, somehow. For me to marry one of you and, whatever, obviously they're going to want to pair me with somebody, Emma, I know Katy Perry plays, you all play a role, okay? It's like a giant play, so you all play a role. So even for me to say, well, the main characters in the play concerning me are Katy Perry and Selena and you, Emma, and obviously Lady Gaga plays some kind of role, and other people. You all of you play a role. Okay, you all have a role in this giant orchestration of puppet master orchestration. But like I said, I'm gonna do whatever they tell me to do, Emma. So if they say, well, Mickey, we want you to be with so and so, then that's what it's gonna be, Emma. I don't know. It's gonna be up to them. Yeah, I'm the boss and all that shit, but I'm only gonna have as much authority as they allow me to have, Emma. Unless the reptilians take over and my allies come into the matrix, I'm not gonna assume some huge amount of authority and be able to fucking do whatever I want. Okay, so that's based up to the truth. That's what it is. Obviously, the reptilians are not taking. They have my blessing to take over, but obviously they haven't taken over. So maybe they're not going to take over for whatever reason. They got some kind of deal with the deer people and the gray people, and they're not going to fucking change it. I don't know. What I mean, look at the story of Jesus. Okay, Emma, imagine me being Jesus. What is it? Well, a little lost lamb, which I am now. I'm the little lost lamb lost in the wilderness. So they allow the little lost lamb to come into the warm barn. Okay, so they allow me to come back to Hollywood. Basically like coming home, what it be. So they allow me to come home to Hollywood to be with my children. Now what? Well, then I'm basically reborn because it's probably going to clone me, and basically I'm going to be reborn. That's why my name is Born, B-O-U-R-N. That's a St. Lucifer. When we lived in Kentucky, that was our last name, Born, B-O-R-N-E. And that's why in the Bible it says, do not test him, for my name is to be found in him. Literally. Why is his name found in mine? Because we both have the same name, Born. That's my middle name. That was our last name then. He's my great-grandfather now, but then he was my brother. You understand? All right. So, anybody that says Lucifer's not real and blah, 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 it's a lie. They just keep him secret and hold him hostage somewhere. I already met the guy. Okay, the fucking dude is real. Okay, whatever. So, ain't nobody gonna tell me that Lucifer's not real. So what? So the little lost lamb comes back to the barn. They let me come back to Hollywood. They let me in the warm barn, so I'm not out in the fucking wilderness out here shivering, shaking, and forsaken and fucked over. So now, what? I'm reborn because they're gonna clone me and they're gonna make me look better, of course. So then I'm reborn in the manger, in the barn. Now who comes along? The three kings. Who are the three kings? Well, the Greys, reptilians, and deer people. So here come the three kings along. Do. Well, there he is. He came home to Hollywood. We let him come home. And now he's new, improved about it. Satan guy. And now what? The three kings bring me gifts. Now, what are the gifts that the three kings going to bring me? I don't know exactly. But they're going to bring me gifts. Like, one gift could be maybe a wife. Or someone might consider a queen. Say, hear about it. We're going to put you with whoever. That's a gift. So there's two more gifts. What are the other two gifts, Emma? I don't know. We'll find out. New body. That could be a gift. So we're going to give you a queen or a wife. That's a gift. You're going to get a new body. Another gift. So what could the other gift be? Money? I don't know. Wealth? Fame? Prestige? I don't know. I'm not interested in being famous and getting chased around by the fucking paparazzi. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. I told you, I believe they're going to want to make some kind of spectacle out of me, of course. I told them I'm allowed to do that. I'll make spectacle out of me. Fine. But don't forget, there's a lot of people that fucking hate my guts and want to kill me. So I can't just sit there with fucking anybody to be able to fucking shoot me with a fucking, especially with their heart attack gun. Okay, they could have a fucking phone like this and say, oh, it's my phone. But no, it's a fucking pulse weapon heart attack gun. They fucking shoot me and I have a heart attack. Do you understand? So they can't just let anybody fucking near me. They don't gotta shoot me with a gun, like Kennedy or Lincoln or whatever. No, they shoot me with a fucking digital camera that's really a heart attack gun. You understand? So I can't just be around anybody there. Or they could have a fucking paparazzi guy pretend to be paparazzi guy, and he got a camera, but meanwhile it's a microwave pulse fucking electromagnetic weapon that's gonna fucking kill me, or give me a brain aneurysm, or heart attack, whatever. They should know this shit, so I know this shit, so if I know it, they should know it. So Emma, there's no such thing as a concrete future. And whatever they're going to do with me, they're going to do, sweetie. I absolutely adore you. And don't forget that you're British. And Her Majesty has a lot of power, and her word carries a lot of weight, So don't forget, she's gonna put her fucking 2 cents in too, Emma. What's going through Her Majesty's mind right now? She knows that when I get to Hollywood, I'm gonna get paired up with somebody, obviously. So what is she doing? I don't know. Why don't you call her up and talk to her? See where she's at. What's going through her mind. If you could talk to Her Majesty, might not be a bad idea to try to talk to her and see what she's gonna say. All right, sweetie. That's about it. Like I said, you're all my children, and as far as me marrying one of my children or having a baby with one of my children, I don't really have a problem with it, because it's not like, I raised you or whatever. You know what I mean? So you're my children, but you're not really my children. I mean, who knows how you were born, or how you came about, or you know what I mean? I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to say, oh, that's incest, whatever. Well, go back through history. There's always been incest. There's always been interbreeding. But that's the only way we can keep our bloodline pure. It has to be that way. I don't have a problem with it. And I really don't give a fuck if anybody has a problem with it either. I don't care. Well, that's too bad. Get over it, nigga. What am I going to tell you? Well, Emma, next week, it's Sunday, so next week, hopefully, these people are going to sit down and decide, well, this guy is just not going to go away. We need to do something about him. What are we going to do? Obviously, we need permission to bring him to Hollywood. So, first of all the Jewish people are going to have to say, well, I don't really like him because he's disrespectful to Jewish people. But apparently, it seems that he's trying his best to adjust his attitude and humble himself before us. So, well, let's give him a chance, to come here and show us that he's willing to do what we tell him to do. If they say that, Emma, and they decide, first off to decide if they're going to even reach out to the Three King people. And if they decide, yeah, we think it's a good idea to go get this guy so he stops blabbing his big fucking mouth, then they say, okay, well, I don't know, who's ever the go-between, go tell him that we want to go get him. He's causing a lot of problems, a lot of trouble. And we think it's best that we put a stop to it and go and get him. If they do that, Emma, next week, they make that decision, then I'll be in there. And I don't know how long it's going to take them to come get me. It shouldn't take very long. A couple days, whatever. But they still got to come here and get rid of my probation, pay off my lease, and pay off my fine, and sweet talk the judge into letting me go, whatever. So that's part of the deal, too. If they can't do that, then, I can't go very far away because I have to go in once a month and see my probation officer. So I'm not can't go very far away. Plus, I probably need permission to even fucking leave town. I don't even know, or the state, whatever. All right, sweetie, I'm gonna let you go. But it might not be a bad idea to try to reach out to Her Majesty and find out where her head's at about everything. I got a lot of respect for her. I'll never turn my back on her. And I talked a lot of shit about her too, and apparently she's forgiven me. That's what it looks like to me. She's forgiven me for the shit I said because we got bad history between Gentiles and the crown and everything, so. Yeah, just looking back at the history and it's like, geez, So yeah, I said a lot of horrible shit. Obviously, I adjusted my attitude and apologized to her, So I think that's that. It's like I'm basically apologizing to all the Jewish people. And say, I apologize, for the unlearned, ignorant statements I made and anything else I've done that's not right, All right, sweetie, I'll let you go. Love you. Bye.